Alright guys, welcome back to JMV Rock Hounding. I'm Jay. Vicky's at work. I just got done doing a live, but I'm not done cutting. I want to cut some more stuff, and I want to try to do something that I never thought to do before, to try to show the actual cutting and do the like show it fast forwarded, whatever. You may not even see that part. If you didn't see it, if you don't see it after this part, me talking, then you know that it didn't work. And I don't know. I got to figure that out so I can. But I gotta fix my setup anyways, because you can't see certain things or whatever. But anyways, I've still got some calandria agates to cut. For those of you that were at the live, you know, or those of you who happen to watch the live after, I did cut a fair amount of stuff. I cut a bunch of calandrias. I cut some Queensland agates from Australia. I cut some stuff I collected in Mississippi. I cut a Brazilian. I cut some blue agate nodules from Arizona from Julie and Brian, AZ Rockhound Expeditions. Yeah. So, a couple other things. I do have some more calandrias, but I do have a couple small Mexican coconuts I want to cut. And like I said, calandrias, I still want to cut some more of this Texas stuff. I still want to cut some more of the Mississippi stuff. Arkansas. I got stuff. I got stuff to cut. And while I'm at it, might as well keep going. So let's try to make a video out of it. And maybe at the end I'll go ahead and show you the stuff up close that I cut earlier on the live. That way you can actually see it better. You know, I got to clear the table off and do, you know, get set up for that. But anyway, let me get this flipped around and see if I can make this work. Okay, guys, here we go. This is almost everything I cut. There was a couple duds that I didn't add to this mess of some of it's beauty, some of it's not so good, but let's go to looking through it. So y'all saw me cut some of this, but you didn't see me cut some other pieces of it. Here's one of the pieces you didn't see me cut. This was a piece of chert. You know, I had this. Let me zoom in. Hold on. Had this exterior, you know, that made it look like it might have some kind of banding or something in it. It must have a fracture there that I didn't see, and it just broke apart on that one side. I mean, I could probably snap that apart right there, but oh, it's interesting in there, but it's not quite exactly what I was kind of thinking it would be. You know, I don't know. I think I'll just tumble this, see how it turns out. And then all this stuff here that I'm showing is the stuff from Mississippi. I cut some of the Texas stuff, and honestly, none of it was really any good. So I don't even have any of that on here on the table. This was nothing much. This was one I thought might be some Crowley that was a little bit wore out or something. But it's mainly just quartzite, I think. I don't know, there might be a touch of chalcedony to it, but there again, I'll probably just tumble that. At least this one right here was at least more interesting. So another one that I thought had a little bit of possibility of having some Crowley in it, but yeah, it wasn't. There's a little bit of a weird pocket right there, but I mean, it's very interesting how it's got the white inside there. I don't know if that's quartz or if that's chalcedony or what it might be, but I mean, it's interesting. So probably another tumble. Let's see, I gotta spray this down again. Hold on. Another one I thought might have some Crowley to it. There was some, this is one of the ones that had the little cold water agate pockets or whatever you want to call it. Had a few of them in it, nothing real big. A little bit of a weird pocket there. But yeah, it's got some agate in it. I don't I don't know what I don't know. It's I don't know what that stuff is in there. I don't know if it's you'd consider it like plume, what kind of inclusions are in this thing. But that could be an interesting cab. You know, cut that slab off each side. Or I could tumble it and see how these little agate pockets on the outside turn out. You know, there's a couple of them on here. So we'll see on that. This was, I think, also, no, this wasn't one of the cold water. This was what I thought might have been a Crowley because of the shape of it and everything. Not much to it. I mean, it's pretty clear. There's a little bit of a pocket right there. You know, looks like clear chalcedony right there. Yeah. This right here was one of the coolest ones. You know, it definitely had all the cold water pockets. And that was completely different on the inside than I was expecting it to be. I was not expecting all the pinkish reds in there. I mean, you can see that agate goes all the way in it. So, I mean, that would be almost a jasp agate or mossy. I don't know if it'd be moss agate or not. Look how yellow that is. All kinds of different colors in this one. From yellows to greens to oranges to reds, pinkish, whatever, and really bright yellow. Even almost purplish up in here. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. And I could take probably get a slab off that. That was pretty cool. This one's pretty cool too. This is also cold water pockets on the outside. And you can see how agatized that is. It's got that little agate pockets all through it. So that one's definitely at least a jasp agate or moss agate of sorts. It had rocks in it. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. Doesn't have quite as much variation in the color, but it's still pretty cool. The banding is very faint, but you can see banding in those pockets. It almost looks like a little amethyst pocket right there. Looking at it up close, it looks like there's a little bit of amethyst in that. Maybe not, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but it looks purplish to me. Yeah, that one was pretty cool. This one was pretty cool. This was that kind of long one that I cut. Show you a little bit of the outside. It had the oolites inside of it. A little bit of agate pocket right there. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. I don't quite know what to think of it, but it's cool. You know, other than it being cool, I'll just, as far as identification and all that stuff like that, I'm just not sure. This one, I really thought was Crowley. You know, it had the look, but I thought it was just all the pattern was kind of worn down because it's been traveling through creeks and rivers and whatnot. But I don't see any Crowley pattern on the inside either, so. But it's got, is that tubes? Some kind of tubes and stuff in it. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, look at that. I don't know. As always, if anybody has any ideas, let me know what you think. I'll have to spray this one down again. They've already dried out. I have some really good stuff on this table. Try to do this a little bit faster, I guess. Let's see. There was a couple I cut that definitely showed some, a little bit of Crowley on the outside, but this was another one that had potential, but it didn't show anything on the inside. A little plumy. I don't know. Dog hair. This one turned out to be basically nothing but quartzite. Showed some hints on the outside here. Which way does it go? This way. But yeah, it's, I don't know, that's basically just quartzite or something. Got some kind of inclusions and stuff in it, but very pitted. Couldn't really do nothing with that one probably. Same with this one, it's pretty much just quartzite looking stuff. No absolute certain Crowley banding on the outside, but there was some oolites on the outside of this one. Maybe I could cut this again, and you can see a little bit right along the edge there. I guess there's more inside there when you get closer to it, but it looks more up in the edge of it. This one had this banding. I remember saying that it didn't really look like Crowley type banding, and it's just a banded shirt, I guess. A little bit of a pocket, stuff still coming out of. I think I'll just tumble this one, see if it turns out. I cut a lot of these things. This one broke off on me. Yeah, wasn't much to this one. Another one that I thought could have been. Now this one definitely showed a little bit of Crowley on the outside. You can see it right there on the edge there. But just barely can see any right there. Nothing really on the inside. Yeah. And this last one, I'll have to spray this off again because it's got stuff inside of it that's coming out gritty. Okay, so this one was a definite Crowley. I had that druzy pocket. I saved the druzy pocket, but I just wanted to cut it because it wasn't that great on the outside. But it definitely has some Crowley pattern on the inside too, so. It's not great. It definitely has some pattern. So yeah, I mean that one could be tumbled, I guess. Let's see, where do I want to go next? Let's just keep on this side. So these right here, you can't see them all, but these are the Agate Creek agates from Australia. These are okay. You know, some of them are better than others. I mean, I'm looking at these same as you right now because I couldn't see them good. You know, this thing was just a little top hat looking thing, very pink, and the color just goes in it. It's really hard to see any banding in that, but it's kind of wild the way it's got that. I guess it's like a flow channel that's kind of like got green and yellow moss in it in the flow channel. You can see how it kind of goes up in here in the fortification pattern. Barely can see it. It's interesting. And this right here was all fractured up. If you remember this one, it broke apart on me. But it definitely has some banding in it. I guess I'll just have to tumble that because you can see, and it'll probably fall apart even in the tumbler. So it is what it is. You know, it comes with the territory with agates. This one didn't show anything on the outside. It was just a little round nodule. Pink and gray banding, also flow channel. Guess there's a fracture in it. But it's pretty cool. Very unique coloration in that. Here's the one that I said you could do earrings with. I have to cut a couple slices off each side of this. I could probably do two, and they'll be, you know, you can see how it's going to be, each one's going to be smaller. I can probably do two on this side, two on this side, and still have a little bit left over there. Maybe the quartz will end over in here, and it'll be more agate. I don't know. We shall find out. But I really don't see still yet any banding. It's just, it's an orangish pink chalcedony. So, I mean, it's neat. And then these next two, you almost think that they could be Swazis the way they look, really. Definitely have good banding. They're again kind of ghost banding. Pink and gray. Another one that didn't have any windows. Pretty cool little agate. You know, for something I didn't ever have. Same with this one. And I think these will look a lot better polished up. No windows. And that one blew out on me a little bit, so I'm going to have to do a rounded polish on that one. I think I prefer to have them flat, but, and here was the last one. This one's probably one of the coolest ones. Look how pink that is. A couple different shades of pink. And then down here you got some yellow in the pink, hot, like a rose pink, and then a light pink, and then you got some orange. Yeah. This one was pretty cool. Now that exterior rim is pretty rough looking, but looks like some pseudomorph action going on right there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you guys didn't see, well, at the beginning of this video, I did some cutting. And I think some of these might have been, no, it wasn't even some of them. It was the calandrias mostly that I cut there. Because I didn't even show at the very beginning. I don't even know if I'm going to put that in here. But if you see some cutting, it's some of this stuff here that you saw at the beginning of the video. I tried to do time lapse on it, but I don't know if it looked any good or not. But these were all little bitty tiny thunder eggs I got from somebody off Facebook. These turned out pretty good for the most part. That's pretty cool. This one had a little geode pocket to it. And I'm going to have to hit this with UV because I know it's going to be crazy. So there will be a UV show because I already know some of this is going to be good. This was like a little triple. And each pocket has something different. Definitely got some agate in the middle. Going around through the bottom there too. But it's completely different. But you can see there's a flow channel from one pocket to the next. So that was pretty cool. And then this up here is almost solid color. Slight banding in that gray looking around the edge. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. This one, I don't know. I don't have to look at this one up close. I know there's some, the rhyolite on the exterior, you know, it looks kind of cool. I mean, there's definitely some agate there. I think there's some quartz there too. It's almost brecciated. You know, like that one that I cut, and I got that one that had that great agate, that little double. They're the same, but I got them from different people. So I have to look back and find out where these are from, because these are pretty cool. You know, some of these were as good as anything I cut. Look at that agate, and then plus a crazy, slightly amethyst geode pocket with some nice little crystals in it. Yeah, that little point right there, and right there. Yeah, this one's super cool. Yep. this one was really cool. This one almost looks like a little Dugway almost. It's like a little double. I mean, it don't look like a double from the outside. But look at that crystal pocket. Nice druzy. And then agate right there. Yeah. That's pretty cool. This one, another great druzy piece. A little bit of purple. And with this, and then that red, and the red's even got good banding. So dirty. Little crystals are coming out in it. You can see, I don't know if you can tell, but that's very purple. Not as purple as something that's coming up, but it's still pretty cool. These little things, and I got, look, I still have this many to cut of these, and I've got at least 1 or 2 more bags of them too. So I'm going to have fun with these things because these things are awesome. I'm going to have to wet that one again. I can see there's some depth to this one. Look at the banding in there. Once this one's polished, it's going to be pretty sweet. Yep. I think this is the last one of these. And this one looks more traditional thunder egg. Waterline, fortification, chalcedony, rhyolite. Yeah, those things were really cool. And then let me just move across this way. This is one of the blues from AZ, Julian Bryan. Yeah. Really mossy. I think there was one more up there I didn't put down here because it was just wasn't much to it. This one had more of the chalcedony and green moss up in there. Nice little bot hole. I saved that and didn't cut through that. This was the best one of these that I cut. I mean, can't argue with that one. That one's pretty sweet. I don't know. I've still got a lot of these I can cut. I really do have a lot. And I've cut some before this. But the last couple times I've cut any of these, I've had more mossy ones and less like that one I just showed. More like this, or you know, a couple complete duds. I mean, that's still really pretty. I love that color of green in this. Yeah. But it wasn't showing a whole heck of a lot either. I thought there was going to be some red in it looking at this side. And then this next one, almost the same way. I'm gonna have to get these. Man, these things are just drying up. Same thing. Really green and mossy. This one showed a little bit more at least. It's got a little bit more chalcedony in that one. But this one would be really cool to look at with a really good microscope. And Vicky loves the green moss, so yeah. And you know, heck, I could take a couple slabs off these, make some pretty pendants out of those. And then man alive. This is the Somerville that I cut. Nice petroidal top all the way around this side, and you can see how it comes up through there. Very lacy. That's why they call this Somerville Crazy Lace. And I've seen plenty of calves made from this stuff, and it definitely, if you get the right, you know, stuff, it polishes up great. I mean, when you look up close at that and see that kind of level of banding, I mean, it's awesome. Little eyeball. Here's the other end cut. I can definitely see some pendants being made out of that. Yep, pretty stuff. Okay, let's do this thing. It's Turkish. Got this from the Bros a long time ago, and I still have some of these to cut, but I knew that this thing, you guys watching the live show saw me show this in the UV, and it was just fantastic. So you'll get to see it again. I've seen much better of these, Ankara, whatever, however you pronounce it. If SRL Gemstones, whatever, if they see this, they will know better. Maybe they'll leave me a comment. Yeah, I mean, I just can't get very lucky and get the really good ones like I have seen. I mean, that's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but they get much better than that. Here's that one I cut the extra slice off of. So, you know, that's awful clear. You know, if you ground that down, maybe you get some iris with that banding, but it's so ghostly. Like, even when you get closer, it's hard to see unless you angle it just right. But it's got those platelets in it, floating all the way through, all around it. should say that one for last, but I started going this way, so that was not bad. It's just got a little bit of the kind of roached out spots down here on the bottom, but it's got good banding. It's got the platelets. And I mean, I could be wrong where this stuff is from, but I'm pretty sure it's from Chihuahua, Mexico. I tell you, this one right here, that purple is just wild. And it's just in that one little band around it. But it's got good banding all the way to the edge. Ooh, there's some green too. What the heck? Huh. I didn't notice that before. I don't see it much on this side. But look at that color. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm going to have to make that my thumbnail, I think. That's one of the best things I cut today. So you're going to be between that and probably that Brazilian, because that Brazilian is, that almost has condor colors to it. Talking about platelets. Holy cow, look at them. Dog hair. That's Rocky there. Can you see how that, you can see the lines, the banding, when you turn it? The banding kind of disappears and it just looks like a bunch of white floaty stuff in it. It's pretty cool. Definitely has some depth. And I could easily cut a slab off that for a pendant. This one was really mossy, but it's not the good. It's kind of roached out and pitted. It's got some pretty cool agate to it. But it's probably even too much to tumble. So this one too. Oh Lord, that's look at my finger. Look how red that is. Holy cow. I just stained the agate. It's got great agate in it. It's kind of that creamy colored. But man, that red right there, whatever that is, like a clay or something. And this is the one I kind of messed up on. Cut that thing wrong. I cut that way too thin. I was trying to get it more in the center, but I don't know if you'll really be able to do anything with that because parts of that's just way too thin. Maybe. Give it a good flat polish on that one side and leave the other side kind of rough, maybe. But now this side you could do something with. Look how yellow that is right there. It's not bad. And this right here was kind of mossy. Yeah, it's there again, it's pitted. I have to get this one wet because, man, it just dries out so quick. Got some platelets in there. It's just almost all clear chalcedony except for that one little spot right there. Little platelets, and I don't know, it's kind of cool, like cloudy inside there, the way you can see that depth and see down inside there. So it's not bad. It's kind of cool. This one is really nice, but there's fractures. Nice little geode pocket in it. Druzy. You know, you could do something with either side of this. Let's do this one. This one was that more honey colored. Got great banding though. Yeah, this is the one I cut too far to the left as I was cutting it. I was trying to avoid that window, and I was trying to get right on the edge of it, but I went too far to the left. I was trying to get kind of right in the edge of that, and I didn't have the angle quite right. So one side's going to have pretty much full pattern. This side, there was a face there that I couldn't really see. It was too dirty, but it still ain't bad. This little thing here is just awesome. Nice little geode. It's pretty much just clear chalcedony around the edge there, but got that kind of snowball druzy in there. Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. This was the face that I didn't show, but it cut pretty good. And they're kind of thinner pieces, like this way. Those could make some pretty cool little pendants, wire wraps, or whatever. Same with this one. It had a big face on the outside I didn't show, but it was really stained, and it turned out pretty good. Nice banding. Yeah, that's not bad. So that was, did I show this one? I don't think I did. I don't know if I did. Yeah, I showed that one. Showed the Turkish. The only thing I got left is pretty much this Brazilian. Might actually have to zoom out for this one because this one's pretty good size. So it was like a big weird double nodule. Definitely has some banding. It's darker, but look at how it's got that orange around the outside, and then it's also got that orange on the inside of the chalcedony, on the outside of the quartz that's inside this. Nice little geopocket with nice druzy points. Yeah, that one's pretty cool. And talking about an inappropriate rock. Yeah. Uh-oh, Butter's getting fussed at. And then gotta show I'm not gonna pick them up. I'm just gonna do this. Those septarian nodules. The one on the left is one I got from Julie and Brian. Try to can't get it to not have the glare on the one. But they are super cool. I'm going to get the lights turned off, and I'll leave it where it's at, and then I'll have to adjust. But let me just do this. Heck with it. I'm going to make another. Ready? V3 365 UV beast mode. It's got spray on it. Let's go beast mode. Yeah. I love septarians. Yeah. Yeah, those things are cool. And then look at that Brazilian. Holy cow. I love how bright green that little line is around the edge, but then it's got a dark green and then a little bit another lighter green. And that's just wild. I don't think no, that's not UV or phosphorescent. But that thing is just spectacular. Yeah, this stuff is just kind of showing a little bit of orange. That's a lot brighter on the camera than it is in person. Even on the inside. It really doesn't show much in person. It looks super red on camera. Holy cow. It does not look that red in person. It's just like a faint orange in person. Here's that one that had the Crowley in it. This one shows a little bit. Those Agate Creek don't show crap. This Calandria has green. This one's got good green. surface staining. That one's got some green. Yeah, most of these Calandria has got some kind of green in it. I need to get a cal stain, that is. That makes it interesting though on the UV. That's that one I cut into 3 pieces. There's the slab. The Turkish, of course, is green like crazy. And it looks so much more interesting in UV than it does outside of the UV. That Calandria is kind of orangish. Some of these it's hard to see because there's that one geode Thunder Egg. Had the good quartz points in it. I bet you that white part right there is going to be phosphorescent. Yep. Ooh, so is the crystals. Or there's some kind of white on the crystals down there. I'm not sure if that's all quartz. What is that that's making it glow like that? Huh. Where'd the other half of that go? Let's look at this half. Yeah. I thought that was all quartz in there. Maybe there's something else. This little triple had some green. Definitely had some green. That one had that. Oh yeah, this was that one that was a geode that I said we had to definitely look at this one. Man, that thing's super bright. That little speck is, whatever that is. Huh. Here's the other half of it. And whatever that white is going to be crazy phosphorescent. Watch and see. Yeah. Look how long that lingers. Yep. Let's see, what was this? This is one of the blues. I think Julian Brown showed that all their blues look better with the Stymac. Yeah, this one, the best one I cut from them, definitely has some green and yellow or white right there in the middle. Definitely some phosphorescence. This side, it's gonna be crazy phosphorescent right there. Yep. Whatever that white is, that gets on these things, and it's on a lot of different materials from different places. It may not be the same stuff. I don't know. Here's the piece of Somerville. Well, I think that's pretty much it. Let's see if there's anything over here that I cut that I didn't show. Oh Lord. Okay. I guess I'll show this one because I didn't show these. This was that crazy one from Texas that I did not know what it was. Well, I don't know what any of them are, but that's even got phosphorescence. Huh. And then I cut an edge off of it, and I wasn't too thrilled with the way it looked. Here's the slab end piece. Got some, this was the outside. And I'll turn the lights back on and show you what this one looked like. There's some, I'm seeing some other stuff that's pretty orange, but nothing too spectacular. All right, hold on. Tilt this back down so you can see this thing. Since I didn't really show it before. I think I cut it on the live though. But I didn't show it here because it was less interesting than I thought. But I mean, there's still a lot here I can cut. And it opened up a nice druzy pocket, a couple nice little druzy pockets in there. And it's kind of plumy. I don't know. It just wasn't what I was hoping for, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let me get this turned around. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna make this my New Year premiere. And if you can watch it, you can watch it. But I mean, if you're there for live chat, anyways. I went in there to get Vicky. She's passed out on the love seat, so I thought I was going to get her to come in here and do the outro with me, but nah, I might be able to wake her up for New Year's, you know, for midnight, but I'm not going to bother her. I'll let her sleep. She worked today, so, and it's about her bedtime usually. I don't know what time it is right now. I think it's after 9 o'clock. But anyways, tell me what you think about this stuff. My two favorite things are that one purple Calandria and the Brazilian. I mean, that Brazilian is awesome. And so is that Calandria with that purple. That's just crazy. Now, there was one more Agate Creek that I forgot to cut. And it was showing some good pinks and stuff in there. Actually, there was two. I was gonna go ahead and cut this behind that face, but I could just face polish that one. And this one, I was definitely going to just face polish. And it's good. It's showing some banding, but it's got that pink and stuff. So yeah, those were the three. I sent a little video showing those three to the Rock Circle group. Y'all seen it. But yeah, those were, I don't know if those are Agate Creek. They're just Queensland agates, I guess. I don't know if Agate Creek is in Queensland, but I've seen some really good banded, highly banded agates from Australia, period. I don't know if it's Agate Creek or I thought that it was Agate Creek. But anyways, I'm not disappointed in them, for sure. The stuff that I cut from Texas and Mississippi, there was a couple of them that was okay. A couple of them that was interesting. Not what I was expecting, I guess. I really thought there was going to be more to a couple of them. And, I mean, I did cut more of the stuff from Texas than I showed. I only showed one, really. But it really didn't show much of anything. So, anyways, if you watch this and it's already tomorrow, you know, if I decide to make this premiere, then I guess you're watching this now, and it's Wednesday night, you know, probably around 7 o'clock Eastern. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope everybody had a great New Year's Eve. I hope everybody has a great New Year 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. From Jay. V would say the same if she was not sleeping. But I made her a nice steak tonight. Made my cousin one too, and she's got an extra one to eat tomorrow. I'm going to be having to work. I got to head to Florida tomorrow. Yay. So I'll end up in Miami by Friday evening and before I start heading home. But yeah, I saved a bunch of those little Thunder eggs for when I get the other stuff that I'm supposed to be getting in. I'm going to do another cutting video hopefully next week, this coming weekend. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Those of you that were there today when I did the live cutting, I don't know. I just don't feel like it shows. I can't, especially if I'm by myself. I can't follow the chat. I can't keep up with it. So there's less interaction from me. It just feels less personable. I try to keep up with it some, but I mean, I don't have proper lighting for all sides. I just don't have a good setup to show it. And I don't know. I don't know how loud it is for you guys. I guess I can go back and rewatch it myself and see what I think. But oh Lord, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to midnight. We're getting old, y'all. I'm closing in on 54 years old here pretty soon. You just get used to going to bed at a certain hour. Heck, I usually can't make myself go to bed before midnight. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Happy New Year. I'm Jay. B's on the couch sleeping. We'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Bye.